She was aggravating me the other day, and I was like, gosh, I can't take this girl no more. I'm just wanna. But then I just look at her, and she just sits there all sad and so cute. I'm like, I don't know what I would do without her. It's the saying is so true. You can't live with them, but you can't live without them.
I'm gonna be very comfortable in this video.
Me too.
You're not flexible enough for that. Hello beautiful people and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be how to fix a broken relationship.
I didn't know today's video is going to be about that.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot and we're going to talk about our experience and hopefully...
If you like this experience or our experience, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and let's get into it.
Okay.
Right. Oh man, I'm nervous.
Yeah, I know you're nervous. We're not going to be talking about the breakup itself.
Breakups.
We've been in a long distance for what, 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
3 years and we've broken up what?
200 times?
No, 2 times. Really?
I really don't think we could count it. There's a lot of times we've broken up.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you mean like I broke up with you?
Yeah. When did we decide that it was worth keep trying to get back together and fix things? What made you think like, okay, maybe we should keep trying?
I was at a point in my life where we built a relationship and I didn't want to be without her. So it wasn't that I've been alone for a long time. I wasn't in a relationship for a long time before I met her. So it wasn't the fact that I didn't want to be alone. It was the fact that I didn't want to be without her. And I didn't realize that until that breakup. And at that point, I was like, wow, I've never felt this way before. I have to find a way to get her back. And even after that point, we've broken up a lot over very small, petty things. But I just knew that there was something about her that I didn't want to be without. And I felt like I owed it to myself to find out what that was. And that's the main reason why I wanted to get back together to do it. And I chased after her. After that one, and I worked at it and tried my best, even though I still slipped and stumbled at times, but I tried my best to make it right.
You deleted me on Facebook.
I deleted her on everything, that's no lie.
I don't really have a reason why I kept being with you. I felt something that was like telling me, just keep pushing through.
That's good. I guess it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. After our breakup, how did you feel when we started talking again?
I literally felt complete. Like I told her the other day, I was like, do it. Sorry, Cam. But I was like, do it. You're my best friend. And yeah, I literally felt complete. It was just, even though there are times where she frustrates me, even though there's times where I want to break up with her, and I probably did, but I literally felt complete. I literally felt like, okay, I have her back again.
I felt the same way. I felt like complete. But at the same time, because he was the one who was always like, oh, I'm breaking up with you. So I felt the same way, but I still felt, I guess my trust went down a little bit every time it happened.
I had to work hard to get that back.
Yeah.
And even now where I'm like, you know what, dude, I can't do this anymore. She'd be like, okay, whatever. I'd be like, it doesn't work. I mean, I can do this, but come on.
It felt right every time we were talking, but obviously when someone breaks up with you, like, you start expecting it to happen again. So that's kind of, like, I felt so good talking to you, but I was always like, is it gonna happen again?
Yeah. And for me, I mean, I'm an emotional person, and whenever I get angry, I don't lash out in a very negative way, but I either like, I hold it in, or I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. It's something that I've been working on. Like, I've had friends where I've been like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, so I'm just gonna cut them off instead of working it out. So I think that over time I have matured and worked it out with people instead of just completely writing them off, because I don't think that that's the right thing to do. And that's the thing that I was bringing over into my relationship as well, because I didn't know how to be in a relationship, a successful, long-lasting relationship.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to be in it. And in the past, it was just, I was young, stupid, so I was just like, oh, I can break up with her and go find another or something like that. But that's not what I wanted. So I had to re-educate myself on how to be in a relationship. So that's pretty much where it all came from. But yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Do you think it's possible to be in a relationship but also working on yourself?
It depends on what you're doing on working on yourself. If you're trying to love yourself, it's hard to love yourself and love somebody else at the same time. You have to love yourself first before you love somebody else. So if that's what you're working on, then you need that time to be alone and get to know yourself, work on yourself, and then you can get to know and love somebody else. There's some things that I wouldn't be able to work on if I didn't have her. For example, trust.
Yeah.
I trust myself, but if I didn't have her, I wouldn't learn how to trust somebody else. And those are only things that you can work on when you're with someone else. So there are things that you can improve, but love yourself first. Give yourself that time to grow individually first before you can go out and try to develop that with someone.
If it has nothing to do with you loving yourself or like knowing your self-worth.
Yeah, self-worth.
If it doesn't have anything to do with that, I think you can work on it while you're in a relationship. What do you advise people that are going through a breakup but want to fix things?
You got to talk to each other. Figure out what it is that you're breaking up over or about and work on that and continue to work on that and keep working on that.
I feel like you just have to be really like transparent and like honest and just tell the other person
and you have to
everything you're feeling.
Yeah, you have to be vocal.
Yeah.
You have to be vocal, because we lived together a while ago, and it was probably, starting out, it was probably one of the worst experiences of my life, and probably the same for her. And even during that time, we broke up a million times, but
the funny thing is, like, the first 2 months, it was horrible. It was horrible. We broke up and whatever, but that was the time when we figured out that we wanted to be together.
Figuring it out process. And once we figured it out, the last month we were together before I left, it was the best month ever, because I let go of some of my things that I wanted to be perfect, and she let go of some of her things that she wanted her way, and it just kind of blended together, and we mixed and matched it together, and it worked out perfectly. So you have to be vocal, and you have to just...
There's also another thing that I think is really important. Have
no expectations for her,
for the other person, English. But have high expectations. Stop saying that.
Just
have
expect
high
her to mess up.
I got it correct now. Have high expectations for yourself. So do the best you can do in that relationship. Don't put any like expectations on the other person. So don't have any, oh, she should be doing that, she should be doing that, she should look like this.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you had expectations that I didn't reach. So that's why
it crashed. But when I realized that I had those high expectations, I was like, okay, maybe my expectations are too high. Maybe if I just remove expectations, then things can flow. And that's exactly what I did. I had to go into deep prayer, and I had to really figure things out on what I need to do with myself to help this relationship. So that's another piece of advice, is figure out if things are going wrong in a relationship, figure out what you can do within yourself first.
That's a good advice, because both of you need to do that. If you work on yourself and you do the best you can do, and the other person is also doing that,
then everything
should work.
Because that other person is going to see you doing the best you can do, and it's going to make them want to step up.
Yeah.
So that's actually what I did, and things worked out a lot better. So that's my advice. What's the next one?
Okay. The last question is, when do you know that it is broken and it's not worth
when you guys aren't emotionally connected physically connected and spiritually connected, it's broken.
Yeah. And also, if I feel like if you can't feel the same way that you felt the first time you met the person, if you can't feel the same way, like if you don't like the person as much as you did in the beginning, if you can't bring that feelings back, then,
and if you just don't want to, if you have made it up in your mind that you don't want to work on it, it's broken.
A lot of people say that if you're feeling like it, or if you're thinking about breaking up with a person, then you probably should. But like, I don't agree with that because of our
sometimes
experience.
I think about it. Yeah, sometimes I think about it every day. She was aggravating me the other day, and I was like, "Gosh, I can't take this girl no more. I'm just wanna." But then I just look at her, and she just sits there all sad and so cute. I'm like, I don't know what I would do without her. The saying is so true. You can't live with them, but you can't live without them. And I literally can't live without this girl. And there's sometimes where I'm just like, man, I'm done with doing it. That's it. I'm be honest with you. I think about it a lot. But I would never leave this girl. Like, it's just aggravation. If you think about breaking up with somebody, you're probably just frustrated. And you probably just need to go take a chill pill.
Yeah. That's
pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. So that's a little bit all we got with the whole breakup, makeup type deal. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. We love hearing from you guys, and we love hearing your opinions on this. So we definitely want to communicate with you guys on it a little bit more. And we have some more videos coming up for you guys later on in the future. Go ahead and hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for what we got for you coming up.
Oh, I just burped. And we will see you guys later.
Later, dudes.
Oh.